What's going on, guys, and welcome back to the Bit of Footy YouTube channel for another tipping video for I think we're in round 10 now, so we're in double digits finally. Which means we're getting to like sort of the halfway point of the AFL season, so this is where the competition starts to get spicy, the tipping competition and the AFL comp as well, so it all gets a little bit spicy from now on. At the top of the leaderboard of my tipping comp, we've got Shannon Humphries on 58 points, followed in second by Tyson Hunter on 56. In equal second, we have Hendy or Zendi on 56, and M Universe is also on 56, Cardman 22 on 56, the list goes on and on. I'm sitting in 13th spot on 53, so I'm not too far behind the leader of Shannon Humphries on 58. So I'm sort of just keeping in the competition at the moment. And then the bottom of the ladder is Biggest Ween on 38. I hate reading that name every week. And he's on 38 points at the moment. So let's go through the round 10 tips. Alright, kicking off round 10, we've got the Tigers taking on, the Lions, taking on the Tigers at the Gabba on the Friday night game. I'm going to go the Lions in this one. I just feel like they're playing some good footy at the moment. It's at their home ground as well. The Gabba against the Tigers should be a good test to see where the Lions are at the moment. Obviously, the Tigers had that amazing comeback win against the Giants at Marvel Stadium last week, but it's sort of a different environment. It's it's against the Lions, who are doing really well at the moment. Then again, I wouldn't be surprised if the Tigers were to get up, because they're just such a good team and they know how to win these games away from home. But at the moment, I'm probably going to choose the Lions. I feel like they've just been playing a little bit better than the Tigers have in recent weeks. I'm going to go them by about, close one, I'll go 13 points. Then we got the 145 game between the Blues and the Hawks. Now this should be a relatively easy win, should be, quote unquote, for the Blues. They did all right last week against the D's in parts of that game. Obviously, in the end, they got absolutely ran over. But, they put up a decent challenge, I would say, against the ladder-leading D's. Unfortunately, they couldn't get the win. The Hawks, they lost to the Roos in Tassie as well, which, I don't think a lot of people thought was going to happen. I thought it was sort of a 50-50 chance to happen, going off form. But yeah, since the Hawks lost to the Roos, I think it's only right to go for the Blues in that game. Then we've got the Cats taking on the Suns at GMHBA Stadium. I think it should be an easy pick here. It should be the Cats. Obviously, the Suns are a bit of an up and down team this season, whereas the Cats, they've been playing some pretty good footy. Didn't play the best footy last week against the Saints, but they still got over the line. If the Saints kicked straight, who would have known what would have happened? But yeah, it should be the Cats at home over the Suns in that one. Then it's the Crows taking on the undefeated D's at the Adelaide Oval. If the bloody Crows win, this friggin' AFL season is insane. But since the D's are undefeated, they're playing some really good footy. I'm going to have to go the D's at the Adelaide Oval over the Crows. The Crows have sort of dropped off a bit. They put up a good first half challenge against the Eagles, but then, another game last week, they got run over in the end. And so it should be the D's at the Adelaide Oval over the Crows. Then it's the Saints, the Dogs, taking on the Saints at Marvel Stadium. These two normally play a close game, but considering how well the Dogs are playing at the moment, I'm going to tip the Dogs over the Saints. The Saints, they played some pretty decent footy last week, a lot of good tackling pressure over the Cats. But, the Dogs, they're just playing some pretty good footy that is hard to, not take your eye off at the moment. So it should be the Dogs over the Saints. But if the Saints were to get up, that's good for them, because they're playing some pretty iffy footy at the moment. Then we've got the Dockers taking on the Swans at Optus Stadium. This one should actually be quite interesting game. What's the odds? $1.90 is the odds on Sportsbet for both teams at the moment. I want to go the Dockers because it's at home, but I feel like the Swans have been playing a little bit better. They didn't play their best footy in the first quarter against us last week, the Pies that is, but then they were able to storm home, win by 30 points. And you know, the Dockers, they're just in a bit of a downward position, you could say, at the moment. They lost that lead to the Bombers and lost the game to the Bombers, so I think I'm going to have to tip the Swans to beat the Dockers. Then the Sunday games we've got kicking off is the Giants taking on the Eagles at Giant Stadium. This one should be a pretty entertaining one, but I'm going to tip the Eagles. They've just looked pretty, good at the moment. Their forward line is starting to click together with Kennedy, Darling, Oscar Allen. The list goes on. Jamie Cripps as well. So yeah, I think they should get the job done, the Eagles, but it should be a close one, I reckon, this one, because you never know. The Giants can sometimes just come out and put, a spanner in the works, so it should be an interesting game to watch. Then we've got my Pies taking on the Power. I don't think there's much to discuss about this game. The Power should get the job done. I'll be going to this game, so there will be a match day vlog coming out this weekend, which means there may not be a stream. There may be, though, so keep an eye out for that. But yeah, it should be the Power getting the job done in this game. They're looking the goods. They lost to the Dogs last week at home, but the Dogs are a pretty good side in themselves, whereas the Pies aren't, a good side this season. It's sad to say, it breaks my heart, but it's true. And yeah, if the Pies have any hope, well, they just don't. They really don't have that much hope. Let's be real here. So yeah, it should be the Power getting the job done. If we get the job done, I'll be happy, but I don't think I will be happy, because I don't think we're going to get the job done. Last game of the weekend is the Bombers taking on the Roos at Marvelous Stadium. Considering how well the Bombers have been playing in recent weeks, it should be the Dons getting the job done. Although North Melbourne did get their first week last week, so claps for them in chat against the Hawks. That was a good win as well. I think they were like 30 points down at one stage in that game, so well done to them. The whole story of North Melbourne winning last week was incredible. It was in Tasmania, David Noble's birthday. He's a Tassie bloke as well, so for that to happen was just an unbelievable, day out for the Roos. But I don't think they're gonna get the job done over the Bombers. It's normally there's a few good games between the Dons and the Roos that happen, but considering how well the Dons are playing at the moment, this one could be a blowout. So yeah, it's the Dons for me over the Roos. And that's all the time we've got here on the tipping video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. I'm going to try to get another video out this week as well, so keep an eye out for that. It may be a solo video of just myself, or it may have some other people in it, so just keep an eye out on the channel. And yeah, cheers guys for watching, and I'll see you in another video soon.